Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I bring you the list of my favorite music artists for 2021 so far. This list is not designed to be the highest rated music artists period. Instead, this is a list intended to be my personal favorites. Also, this list is not exclusive to music artists who just began this year or anything like that. These are simply my top 10 music artists of the year so far. And I will be ordering them from least to favorite to the least favorite, from the least favorite to the most favorite. So to get right into it today, number 10, I have Weird Al Yankovic, an American singer, musician, record producer, and actor known for humorous songs. His music, it sort of tends to run dry a little fast. I think most of it's kind of a one-listen thing. The good thing about it is absolutely hilarious. I have had many laughs with Weird Al music, and you can listen to it again eventually and maybe get a laugh again. As I said, I feel like the thing about it is his humor tends to be like a one whack and then it kind of runs dry. So moving on to number 9 on the list, I have Lindsey Sterling, an American violinist, songwriter, and dancer. She performs a variety of musical styles such as pop, classical, and more. I feel like a negative of hers may be that she sort of gets inappropriate, and she sort of appears to be a psycho sometimes, if you really listen in there. What I like about her music is, well, her violin playing is actually pretty top par, and she kind of has her own little twists and styles to it, and so that keeps it pretty interesting. Ranking on number 8 is Trap City, a music promoting channel, and one of the biggest trap channels in the world. Traps can be damaging to your psyche, so I would probably beware on listening to too much of this stuff. It is, a lot of it, I would say, is sort of rap music in the way it's designed. To make fun of you and make fun of everyone and things like that. They can be pretty harsh in some of it, just so you know. The positive end of it is dubstep. I absolutely love dubstep, so of course I listen to this group. And for number 7, I have Piano Deuce, a pianist from Poland whose passion for anime led him to launch his own YouTube channel. If there's a negative to this, I think it's that they could work on adding more instruments to it at some point. I mean, the piano is very relaxing, just kind of the way it is, and I do enjoy it a lot. However, I think if you could add a little more instruments to it, it might be a little better there. However, it is like a great solo sound for just a piano, not a whole lot much going on outside of that. It's pretty damn good music. So the number 6 slot today goes to NCS, or Non-Copyright Sounds, a British record label that releases royalty-free electronic dance music. There's cuts of this music everywhere. Not necessarily all of it is made by them, of course, like all these other record labels. I know I have a couple of them on this list. There's not too many, I promise. NCS is huge. You've probably heard of them. Of course, the greatest part about NCS music is that it is non-copyright sounds, and people use it all over the place for all kinds of things, especially on like YouTube for things like gaming or just anything else they're doing. Moving up to number 5, we have Night Blue Music. This is another music promotion channel featuring trap and EDM. I think some of their images for their videos could be improved a little bit. They kind of just splice them together, it seems. And, well, I would say about half of it, like a lot of these music promotion channels, could probably be cut out. A really good positive to this music is a lot of it's actually really nice. Kind of happy trance kind of stuff like that. So number 4 on this list, we have Valiant, which is a channel and label where they post music followed by aesthetic compound of art. They do get very brilliant, I would say, in this channel. And again, they also kind of post a lot of music that's sort of rap style. I think they even have some rap on this Valiant channel. I really like it because I do find it to be absolutely brilliant, and something I don't like so much about this channel is probably that some of it's a little too copy and paste sometimes. It's like they want to get them out a little too fast, and so they just kind of are taking copy paste music from other channels that already have this music. It's kind of a problem between these channels sometimes. This one, I would say for sure sometimes. So moving up to number 3 on the list, it goes to Teza Talks, an alternative music indie singer, writer, and singer. I want to make sure I said that right. An alternative indie songwriter and singer. That's Teza Talks. She has an outstanding voice, and she does write some music. And I would say she's probably one of the best voices I hear today in music. I absolutely love Teza Talks because she's in a lot of trap music for one thing, and it's just her voice really seems to bring it to life in whatever she does, and she has like a lot of different kinds of voices too. So she's very creative. So nearing the top of the list, I bring you number 2, Tom McDonald, who is a Canadian rapper, singer, songwriter, and he is also a former professional wrestler. If there's a pro to him, I like that he really doesn't like clown world and things like that. He does seem to kind of get a little too rudimentary sometimes in his problems. I don't know if that's just for the music, or if he really seems to want to make a point there, because most of the time he really does seem to have some good points, I think. As a rapper, it's probably really hard for him to come up with that kind of new stuff, and I like how he's not afraid to kind of bring it back to, you know, high school or younger or elementary, just to point out these same problems that we're sort of still having, and he makes fun of it, and he's also a very creative artist. So to introduce our winner, probably not to surprise much of you, who is currently reaching over 1 trillion views in some of their music videos, my favorite artist of all time, Marshall Bruce Mathers. The third, also known as Eminem and Slim Shady, is an American rapper, songwriter, actor, and record producer. He is among the best music-selling artists of all time. And currently, as I just said, the best rapper in the world. Just one of the greatest musicians of all time, period, I would have to say. If there's a negative to him, it's that I heard in one of his most recent albums that he has a Louis V Slugger, and that's actually my Louis V Slugger, so he can't have that. I'm not sure he knows how to use it. You have to know how to cotton fist. Not much to say about him other than that. I actually have a little bit of a story about him. And so this kind of cuts into the My Story segment. I've listened to Marshall Mathers my whole life. Many people have. For me, growing up, I didn't have a father figure, and up until I was about 15 is when I met him. And so I know it seems silly to just sort of listen to a rap artist for this stuff, but I really had sort of problems in my mind with not getting shit, so to speak. So having someone that does sort of get real pouty and intellectual like that, I feel really catered to me and just helped me get through a lot of things in my life. And especially, of course, for many people who are struggling with perhaps the opposite thing. Perhaps you're getting too much shit. I feel like it could sort of help you with that, as that's sort of what he does. Marshall Mathers really is the big bully. He has to bully everybody. No matter who you are, he wants to make sure you know he is your bully. And we all love him. He's our big bully, and that everyone loves, obviously. You could tell just by those YouTube views there. That's about all I have for my top 10 music artists today. I don't think I have too much more in my story element for that either. The one more thing I was going to get to last is I think that if there was a character that I could sort of intermingle with all these, at least these artists that I put in my top 10 list. If there's it's a TV character, it's a cartoon character. His name's the Crimson Chin. You've probably heard or seen of him at some point. And he's sort of like Superman, only his character tends to be, he tends to make everything a little weird. And I think I would love to see this character. I often imagine him making things very weird for these artists. After I sort of intermingle these artists together sometimes and bring the Crimson Chin into it, it makes it very, very awkward and strange because he's sort of a humorous character, even though he's a superhero. And he just doesn't seem to have too much seriousness about him, which a lot of our music today does. And I love the seriousness in the music, but there's nothing better than dreaming of a dimension that exists in a world outside of ourselves that no one knows anyone out, including me. So we all know only with great chin can we do this and exist in those alternate dimensions. And I know you didn't get to see the fister there or anything. I just figured I should do that. And because I do love the Crimson Chin. He's probably my favorite character ultimately. I think I talked a little bit before. I really like Lucy from Elfin Light as well. So that's going to be my whole video. I know it's not your full 15 minutes today, but it's what I got for you. So please leave a like in the comment section if you liked this video at all. Subscribe to my channel for more content. I also have a Patreon down below in the comment section. And I think I forgot something, but have a nice day anyways. Goodbye, everybody.